That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Off play action. It's Howell. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 6. They'll go play action. Howell. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Henry out of the pistol. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A quick throw caught by Cup out wide. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Al now to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sam Howell, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Jets 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On play action, Rodgers. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back and you end up getting the first down.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Jets at 11-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. A short one there, caught by Granson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. They keep it with Henry on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and a couple. Second down. Howell now. Going up top for Kupp. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Second down, Howell back to pass. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. to the ground now. It's Henry. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Get 300. Get 300.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they'll send Kupp in motion right. Here's Howell to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Faking the handoff. Howell. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Wilson on the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to... Ball has it knocked loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover. His guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he will try to get to the pylon, but he's not going to get there. They mark him out short of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Howell going to audible to something else. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup complete. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now they'll change things around before the snap. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Gibson on the read option. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Howell out of the shotgun. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Running left, it's Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Howell. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. 54 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Henry again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the left hash and chip shot here. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
88.
Rodgers to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Clock showing 22 seconds. Here's 2nd down. Ball again on 2nd down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is 1st and 10. Powell to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Powell with one final shot. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle